April 16th. Look, wait, just racing. Look, I'm back. I was out of town for a little while on vacation. I was on a cruise. And my little sweethearts were here in Atlanta without me. They didn't get to go on the cruise with me. They didn't, they don't let these bad doggies on cruises no more. That's right, you can't go on no cruise. Besides, I was on that cruise for 7 days and 7 nights. I was ready to swim back to shore. So was. I was out on Norwegian Joy for my 53rd birthday. So I'll post some pictures and videos of the lovely vacation. I had a nice time on the cruise. I had a very nice time. It was just, I was exhausted at the end of it. I was about ready. When that ship docked, I was like, okay, let's get off this damn boat. So anyway, I was on the cruise for my 53rd birthday. We went to Honduras, Belize, Belize, Mexico, Casamaya, Mexico, something like that, or Cozumel, which are two different Mexican cities. I had a great time on the cruise. It was nice to... I drank and ate and drank and ate and ate and drank and ate and slept and ate and drank and ate. I did work out a couple of times, not too many times though. But overall, I had a very, very good time on the cruise. Like I said, I'm gonna post some videos. Met a lot of interesting people. I'm gonna post some videos and pictures that I took on the cruise ship. And it was nice tonight. This is my first cruise since 2019. So I just got through rinsing out my sinuses, taking some antibiotics. Look, I'm scared of COVID. You know, like, I got off the ship. I said, oh shit, that COVID bite me in my ass while I was on this damn ship. I was feeling kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. And I got back Saturday. And, I had when Earl got off that ship last time we went on a cruise. So this time around, I had all my antibiotics and medicine ready. As soon as I got off that ship, I was on the ship swallowing pills and rinsing and sinuses, doing every damn thing. So I feel better. I've been rinsing out my sinuses, taking my antibiotics, taking this, being just precautionary measures just to make sure that I didn't pick up no virus or bacteria or anything on that. On the ship, I met some very interesting people. I met some of my YouTube subscribers in Miami, in Honduras, in Mexico, and on the ship. Actually worked on the ship. The ship was fantastic. The food, Norwegian's food, was delicious. I ate breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and room service, and everything I could get my hands on that damn ship. I ate and had a great time eating and drinking. If you've been on a cruise, there's really not much to do. Just eat, just drink, relax, and enjoy the ride. The weather was gorgeous and beautiful. I think it might have rained a little bit. A little bit of rain, not much. These damn monthlies, they can Ginger now. Ginger's hanging out here. She's just like, oh, I'm so glad you back. I'm so glad you back. You glad I'm back? Oh, I know you were. Happy, just so glad they just running around and just biting on me and just licking and just having a good old time. She's trying to bite my fingers down because you want me to get down. You want to get down, don't you? I don't know what Grayson's chewing on down. He found something to chew on. I'm like, hold on, I think I got it. What is this piece of damn aluminum foil? These all suddenly just grab up any damn thing to chew on. But it was nice to be back. I didn't spend much time in Miami because we got down there. Got on the cruise show. And in Mexico, I did what I was not supposed to do, what I told you all not to do in previous videos. I rented a car while in Mexico and drove through Cozumel. Except I didn't have a map or navigation, and my phone was barely working. And I ended up going down a highway in the wrong direction. So I'm going down the highway and people honking their horns and flashlights and waving at me. I'm just like, these are some friendly ass Mexicans out here. I'm just waving at them, they honking horn, I hung my horn back at them. I'm going down the highway in the wrong direction. And finally one guy was like, no, turn around. I said, oh, wait a minute. That's why all these people honking at me. So I turned around and went the right direction. Yeah, I was heading the wrong direction on a major highway. That could have been a disaster. That kind of scared me after that, so I had to get back to the ship. So we ended up going to a restaurant, getting some meat. I ain't gonna lie, I had some good damn food on this vacation. I ate at some great restaurants. I took some pictures of the food. The food on the Norwegian was just fabulous. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything was just delicious. I didn't have any complaints about the food on the Norwegian. Now, what I didn't like about Norwegian was that everything was so pricey. I mean, everything was so expensive. Meaning, everywhere they have the specialty restaurant, excuse me, that you pay for, and then they had the private island. Now, every other previous cruise I've ever gone on, the private island, I kind of look forward to that because you get out there, there's a big barbecue, there's stuff to do, But on this particular private island, Norwegian's private island, you had everything. You had to pay for the food, you had to pay for the drinks, you had to pay for whatever excursions were going on. We did zip lining. Nothing was free. You had to pay for everything. And I thought that was kind of expensive. So, now, if there was a complaint that I had about Norwegian, water, you had to buy bottled water. You had to buy that by the case if you wanted some water in your room. So I bought the water. You had to buy the water. Everything was just so expensive, Everything was high. They charge you for every damn thing. So I had a drink package for that. You could get water, and they weren't giving you bottled water. I don't know why. I don't know. But I wanted some water in the room, so you had to buy a case of water. And it was like 12 bottles for like $50. They were some large waters, though. They also took my little fan. I always travel with a fan. So when I got on the ship, the bastards took my damn fan. They said they don't allow you to have fans on the Norwegian anymore. Which is strange because every other cruise ship I've ever been on, you can carry your own fan on there. And they didn't want you to have a fan. The ship was super duper packed. There was over 4,000 people on that ship. Children, just a whole bunch of people. Ginger! Come here. Who are you barking at? Who's she barking at? Ginger, Racing. Who is she barking at? Who's she barking at? What's going on out there? Is it burglary? We got a break-in going in? Go ask who she barking at. You don't want to go see who she barking at? Ginger! I got a real nice tan too. I was out there. Get down. I got me a nice charcoal tan. I was out in the sun, out on the beach. I met a lot of interesting people on this cruise ship. The women come in and say, "You the best thing down on this cruise ship." Oh, thank you. I had a good time. I had a very nice time on the cruise. If you've never done a cruise before, the individual I was with, he had never been on a cruise before. It was his first cruise. He had loved it. 7 days is a bit much now, but we got through it. A lot of food. We did, like I said, a lot of eating and sleeping. I was just on this cruise ship to relax, just enjoy the ride, and I had no complaints. I even trained a couple people at the gym I met on this cruise ship. They were out in there, they didn't know what to do. I said, "Come on, let me show you what to do." I trained them. Checked out a few movies on the television. I saw a really good movie called Devotion. You had to buy the movies too, the more money to spend. So, Grayson, where's you going? But the ship was nice. It was clean. The food was good. The people were friendly. I had a good time. It was just a nice vacation. 7 days. If you haven't never done a cruise, I strongly recommend that you at least get an opportunity to do a cruise. I've always enjoyed cruising. Now they do have, what I did like about this particular cruise is they now have areas where you go and wash your hands. So as you go into the buffet line, they tell you washy washy. They sing this little song, and they have sinks and you soap and you wash your hands and you get sanitized and sanitize your hands. So that was nice to see everybody washing their hands. Everybody was washing their hands anytime. But the ship was packed. You weren't gonna get away from people on that ship. So if you have COVID concerns or any of those type of concerns, you might not want to go on a cruise in the middle of spring break like I did. It was 4,000 people and 4,000 passengers, not including the children. And then on top of that, you had staff and crew members. So it was quite a few people on that ship. More people than I. It was just probably one of the most crowded cruises I've ever been on. And when we first got on the ship, the rooms were not ready. So we had to sit out by the common areas, and everybody was just packed with their luggage and stuff, waiting to get into their rooms. Those we had carry-on luggage. So by the time we did get on the ship and get back into our rooms, and we were at the port of Miami, I drove down to Miami. Speaking of driving to Miami. So I'm in that 2022 S class, flying down the highway. We left Friday. Our cruise left on Saturday. So Friday, I said, let's get on this one on the road and get on this. So we left Friday morning and took off going down the highway. I'm doing about 100 miles per hour. Just on the other side of Macon, I'm pushing that damn Benz close to 100, zipping by everybody. And it lost power. It sputtered out. I was like, what the fuck? I'm in the gas pedal. It's sputtering out. What the fuck going on? So I put on my hazards and I got over shit. This car acting up. And I turned the car off for a second, let it sit there, then I turned it back on. And as we started going, it sputtered out a little bit, but it was going. It was just kind of, I was like, ooh. So I called Mercedes, and the closest dealership was Albany. And I ended up speaking to a service manager at the Albany dealership, and he said, well, listen, don't come 40 miles out of the way, come here. Continue. I told him I was going to Miami. He was driving to Miami. He said, well, continue down. If you can drive the car, we were thinking it was bad gas. And at that point in time, as I'm talking to him, the issue resolved itself in the car. He said, it might have passed. Just get he told me to go to Love's Gas. Don't get no other gas but Love's while I'm on the road. Get the premium gas at Love's gas stations. And the car was driving fine at this point. So I got some more gas at Love's. We thought maybe I got some bad gas in Atlanta but I filled up. So we're driving. I'm flowing back down the highway. The car's back at 100 miles per hour. We zipping around there. We're on our way to Miami. We're going to try to get there and go out Friday night. The Mercedes-Benz dealership was in Gainesville, Florida. No lie. As soon as I hit that sign that said Gainesville, Florida, I said, we in Gainesville. And I was like, well, should I stop at the dealership? And I was like talking to him, my friend, and he's like, well, the car's working fine. I said, well, let's keep going. As soon as I hit that gas turn, it sputtered out. I said, I said, oh, shit. We literally were in Gainesville. I said, well, let me just get on off and go to the dealership. Got off the highway, followed the navigation to the dealership. Get over to the dealership. It was about 12:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere up in there, because we left early from Atlanta. So, because I wanted to go out in Miami. So we get there to the dealership about 12:30, 1 o'clock. They're busy. They're like, well, can you give me a loan? I said, can you give me a loan vehicle, a rental car or something? They said, well, you can get a rental car, it is Good Friday, there's all this stuff going on. So what I ended up doing is my friend who went with me suggested that we just don't leave the car. Let's let them look at it and see what's wrong with it. And maybe they can fix it, and then we can get back on the road. So we canceled the rental car. We went and got the dealership Ubered us over to a little Mexican place where we were already eating Mexican food, hanging out. And they called me and said, oh, we got the part for your car. It's your fuel pump went out. We're changing it, and we're going to do the service on the vehicle, your oil change, all that stuff. And you can get back on the road. She said, give me about 30, 45 minutes and then head back over. Sure enough, 35, 45 minutes later, we headed back to the dealership. They are still working on the car. We were there at the dealership for a little while. We spent a few hours dealing with this issue at the Mercedes-Benz dealership, Gainesville. Mercedes-Benz of Gainesville, for thank you all, because it was a Friday afternoon. They got the car going. We jumped back on the road. I'm hauling ass. The navigation did something different. Instead of the navigation taking me to the turnpike, because I guess traffic had picked up at this point, it took me to the country. And y'all, I was playing leapfrog out there in the country. I'm on a 2-lane road. I'm passing cars, and cars are going slow. And I'm hauling ass track, and I'm still trying to get to Miami by a certain time. And I realized we ain't gonna make it there by a certain time. It was still Friday though, but we got there. But I was playing leapfrog along the highway. You know how you pass vehicles going slow. You had to get back over the lane. You get back over. You pass them over because you get back over. So, and it took us, which is the strangest thing. We left Gainesville, Florida, and took country roads all the way to I-95. Right. We never touched the turnpike. And got there faster than what they were saying, because the thing, it kept showing me the time if we went on the turnpike versus these country roads, and it was faster than the country roads, man, because I was doing 100 miles an hour on the damn country roads too. So we got to 95, and then my friend took over driving, and I think we got to Miami downtown Miami about maybe 8, 9. I'm not. I think the sun was still up when we got to Miami down there. Was it? I don't remember because we ended up going to get something to eat. We walked over to some restaurants, got something to eat, and just kind of. And then the next day we got up and got dressed, went by Target for a minute to grab a few things we got on the cruise ship. I had a great time. It's always good to get out and get a vacation. You'd be surprised how many people have never done a cruise. I really wish I could take a lot of my nieces and nephews and my family on a cruise. My mother, she's never been on a cruise. I think everybody, a 7-day cruise might be a bit extreme for first-time people. But a 3 to 5 day cruise, something, get out on the water. I enjoyed sitting on the balcony, just listen to the ocean. I leave the door open. You can hear the water, at nighttime. It was beautiful. It was really, really, really nice. If you've never done a cruise before, at least try one cruise. Try not to do one when the ships are so packed, though. But I had a really nice time. Met some very interesting people on the cruise ship from all over the United States and Canada. Met a young man who watches my videos. He works on the cruise ship. He was from Africa, the small country in South Africa. So met him. Just met a lot of interesting people. Had a great time. Had great food, great drinks. If you're gonna cruise, make sure you get the drink package. And get a balcony. I don't like those rooms without a balcony, but I would strongly recommend saying getting a balcony so that you could have it, go out and enjoy. And get out of the cruise. One thing I regret not doing, if you're going to do activities on the ship, you might want to book them ahead of time. Because by the time we got on the ship, a lot of restaurant reservations were gone. The activities were pretty packed, so you really couldn't. All the activities were going to, it was just no availability or standby. And so, I don't know, I had a nice time on this cruise. I would recommend it to anybody. We were on the Norwegian Joy, which this particular ship was leaving out of the port of Miami. What else on that ship? Let me just think. The staff was just incredibly friendly. I enjoyed it. For the money, I think we did well. The ship was in excellent condition. It was, was clean, extremely modern. I don't know how new the ship was, but the environment was good. The passengers were nice. Now, there wasn't one thing I must say. It was a lot of kids on this particular cruise. A lot of teenagers and a lot of kids. A lot of teens, a lot of teenagers, toddlers, babies. If you don't like children, they have Virgin Cruises now, which has a all adult, over 21, 22 years of age cruise. That might be better if you don't necessarily like to be around a whole bunch of teenagers and kids. Virgin Cruise Lines might be more or find a cruise where it is adults only. Now, 7 days. 7 whole days. That was a long damn time on that cruise ship. So it flew by quickly. But by that 7th day, I was ready to jump off that ship and swim the show. I was like, okay, I didn't have enough of this. The food was good. It was delicious. Oh, they charge you for room service. There were a couple things Norwegian did I didn't like. They charge you for room service. I had a pot of coffee delivered to the room every morning. That was $5, but it was just cheaper than that. I'd rather spend the $5 for the pot of coffee than going to the Starbucks they had and getting in line and paying $5 for a little latte. They made me a big old pot of coffee. Matter of fact, made me 2. I drank my little coffee up there in the room. Room service after a certain hour was $10 if you ordered room service. But luckily, where our room was located, the buffet was right upstairs. So when I got hungry, I got my ass up, went up the stairs and got in line and ate food. They had prime rib, fish, chicken, turkey, and dressing for Easter Sunday. That was my birthday, Easter Sunday. Yeah, because that Sunday was my 53rd birthday. They had turkey and dressing. They had salmon, smoked salmon. They had every damn thing on that. Listen, the food was excellent. Prime rib, steaks, chicken, fish, They had some fried chicken. That fried chicken was so damn good. I said, give me another order of fried chicken. I took it to the room and ate it at the room. It was delicious. So the food, I'm not going to have no complaints about the food in the region. The food was excellent. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't necessarily think it's worth paying for these specialty restaurants because it's all the same food. It's the same food. So what's the point? So, but that's just my thoughts and opinions. I'm not. If you want to go on a cruise and you want to spend another $50, $60 on food at these restaurants, that's on you. I'm not doing that. I got right in that buffet and I went to the restaurants that were free. Most of the purpose of paying for food, I'd rather go someplace where it's free. It's the same food. It was the exact same food. Every steak I had on that ship was going to have quite a few steaks. I had salmon, I had fish. What else did I have? Duck. I mean, they had everything on that ship. Fried fish, just all kinds of stuff. The food was here. Y'all probably like, well, I was talking about a lot of food I ate on that damn ship. And amazingly, I actually lost weight because you're out there in all that heat, drinking all that liquor. You're all just walking all over the damn place. And so I actually lost a little bit of weight on the ship. But you on this particular trip, now I'm back. But I'm going to post some videos. And I'm going to post some pictures. Check it out. I did an excursion driving ATVs. That was fun. Anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'm back now, so I know you're wondering, where the hell is he at? Yeah, I was on vacation. And it was kind of impossible to kind of do a video on the ship because it was just, there was no private place where I could be unless it was late at night. By that time, I was lost. I said, I'm going my ass to bed. And I wouldn't be able to post it anyway. But anyway, let me answer this call. And I will call you. I will post the stuff and we'll speak later today. It's Sunday, April 16th, the year is 2023, and I'm out.